Good morning, or whatever time of day it is when you find this. I just want to offer a short and simple practice today for lifting energy and reestablishing connection, which is important all the time, but especially in these moments of social distancing where a sense of isolation can occur. Less if you have companions with you. But reaching back in to kind of connect to the central self and connect to, what I like to refer to as the central channel. Bye, Bree. And kind of working with the energies that spring provides with this exciting, kind of moving outward energy. Things are in bloom and reaching up out of the earth. The leaves are coming back to the trees. So there is this kind of moving outward energy, but also with the science of yoga and Ayurveda, the wisdom of living in connection with nature. This is a heavy and wet time of year as well, and you might notice there's some chest gunk that's accumulating, which I think is kind of the body's natural response, at least to Oregon, if not just the season in general. But I'm just doing some things to kind of move that energy around, to elevate the digestive fire, to bring some clarity into your breath and your lungs, and again, just to kind of reconnect to the central self, and to remember that just as we can witness when you look outside, and I really encourage you to go outside, obviously not to be too close to others, but to go outside and to really kind of take some time to immerse yourself in nature, just looking at what's out there. Really take time to examine a flower that's blooming, look at how the leaves are pushing through the branches. For me, it ignites this sense of being connected to the force of life, and experiencing life living through us, that this is what our biological imperative is, and this really is what a really important source of meaning is for us, is to be connected to the natural world and to remind ourselves that we are part of the fabric of this, that we are connected, and that we are actually part of what's happening in the world, in the natural world, and even in our human-made world. So let's begin by just settling into a comfortable seat. What do you call this kind of sitting? Lotus. Similar. I would call this Sukhasana or easy pose. You can just sit crisscross applesauce. We could sit in lotus pose too, with your feet are up here. Right. Please don't feel the need to do this though. This is if your hips are sufficiently open that you can do it with your ankles extended and no torque in the side of your knee. Feel free. Otherwise, please sit in easy pose. Crisscross. Or in a way that's comfortable to you. You could even do this seated in a chair with your feet resting firmly on the ground. I like to rest my hands in my laps, or you can rest your hands on your legs. Let your eyes close if that feels comfortable to you and you feel safe doing so. Otherwise, just turn your gaze downward and draw your awareness inward into the container of yourself. And begin to notice your breath as it is, without the need for it to be different. Without judging your experience of breathing. And just noticing with a kind and curious attention where your breath travels with ease. Where it might be slow or sleepy still, a little sluggish, a little resistant. Again, without judging that experience, letting it be information to you. Is your breath traveling below your diaphragmatic line? Does your low belly expand with your inhalation and draw back with your exhalation? Can you feel your breath lifting your heart and collarbones towards the end of your inhalation? Can you breathe way down into your pelvic bowl so that there's a sensation of your breath traveling up and down the column of the spine? Hi there. And then, letting your eyes open, reach your right hand over to your left thigh, palm outward, and twist. Let the twist come in your upper back so that your low back is fairly stable. There's actually less twisting ability in the lumbar spine and your lower spine than there is in the thoracic and cervical. If it feels comfortable, you can look over your right shoulder. Noticing there's still a lot of space in your back body for breath, even if your belly feels a little bit squeezed. Noticing that sense of returning closer to center with exhale. As you inhale, sweep both arms to the center. And exhale. Take your hands to your heart center. With your next out breath, your left hand, the back of your hand will come to the outside of your right thigh and knee. You can support yourself with your fingertips and your right hand, lifting your spine upright. And again, finding that twist in your upper back. Maybe looking over your left shoulder this time. Again, listening to the sense of your breath moving up and down your spinal column. Are you pointing to my spinal column?
I did everything. You were talking.
Letting your breath move strongly into your belly and back body. Inhaling, arms up to center, and exhaling, hands to your heart. Breathe in. I feel like this might be distracting.
I'm pointing.
As you exhale, extending your left leg and standing your right knee. Keep your left foot awake. As you breathe in, release your right hand to support you. Inhale, take your left hand up. Let your breath stretch through your whole body as you exhale to wrap your left arm. Keep both hips seated on the ground. And your belly will be a bit compressed here. You can even deepen that by taking your elbow to the knee. But there's plenty of space in your back, chest, lungs. And then you can take your right foot forward. Inhale to take both arms up. And exhale to fold forward, Paschimottanasana. Looking at this rather than a moment to try to smush your belly into your legs as a chance to extend your heart forward in space. You can always find a bend in the back of your knees if your hamstrings feel a little bit tight or sticky. Inhale to sitting. Bless you. Exhale, please stand your left foot just a small distance, about a fist width between your right thigh and left foot. Letting your left fingertips support you. Inhale to raise your right arm, letting your breath draw from the base of your pelvis all the way up your spine. And exhaling, right hand to your outer left knee and thigh. Twisting again, finding evenness between your sits bones. And letting your twist be directed from the inside rather than the outside. And you can deepen the twist by wrapping your arm a little bit more fully if that feels appropriate to you in this moment and the body that you're in today. And exhale to release to center. Take the soles of your feet together and knees wide into Baddha Konasana, bound angle pose. Interlacing your fingers, scoop underneath your feet and lift your heart up and through, finding that little back bend in your upper spine. And keeping length in the back of your neck. As you exhale, you can slide your hands out. I like to cup my toes here, breathe in. And hinging at the waist, you can draw your knees down and start to fold forward. If it's comfy, you can rest your elbows here. Otherwise, just keeping your heart moving forward again, moving away from a collapse in your middle body. Long heart, exhaling as you fold. Inhale, coming back to sitting. As you exhale, drawing your right foot forward, left foot into your right thigh for Janu Sirsasana. Inhale, stretching your arms upward. Exhale to fold forward. You can hold your foot, your leg, or just place your hands on the ground. You can resist your hands toward the center of your body without letting them move on the floor, which will give you some traction and action in your arms and a place to leverage moving your heart forward. You can also find ease here and just rest. Inhale, take both arms up as you lift up from your right leg. And exhale, gently resting your left hand on the outer right thigh. You can look back over your right shoulder. Again, keep evenness between your two sits bones. Inhale to center. Exhale, hands wide. Stretching both legs wide. You don't have to go too wide here. Whatever is comfortable for you so that you can maintain an upright seat and not sit behind your sits bones, but really find a long spine in the center. And taking your right hand to your outer left thigh, exhale. And to the center. Inhale, both arms. And exhale, left hand, right thigh. Look over your right shoulder or forward if that feels better to your neck. Inhale to center and exhale forward. Walk your hands forward as much as feels right to you in your body, in your hips and your groin.